And hello there, it's Dr. Brenda, sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer, traveling with my 3 cats. Hey, please subscribe below if you already subscribed. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to try not to ramble. I am tired out. I got to tell you what's going on with my cats. So Dolly's here, and I'm going to start by showing you what's going on with Dolly. Okay, here's Dolly, so you can probably see what's going on here. She's got this big old bald spot right here, and her ears are a little bit patchy. Some fur that she's lost some fur on her ears. She's got ringworm, so that seems pretty obvious from what I just showed you. Let me back up and talk a little bit about ringworm. There is no worm involved in ringworm. I have no idea why it's called ringworm. There is sort of a round patch there on her back. So I get the ring part, but not the worm part. It is a fungus. So it turns out all 3 cats have ringworm, and it's possible that I've also had ringworm. Okay, so this all started back in Florida. It's hot and humid in Florida, and it started with Coco. And Coco has she started to lose her fur around her ear, and started to look a little bit raggedy. I noticed a scab above her eye, and I'm like, this is not right. And then her ear was kind of crusty. I noticed a little scab above Isabella's eye, and her ears also felt a little crusty. So I Googled, okay, called up some vets, couldn't get them in. But I thought, well, it's a good probability it's ear mites. So I bought some over-the-counter medicine. And in the meantime, I used some ointment, it's called Animax, and I'd had some that the vet back in Virginia had given me. Oh, there comes Isabella. Now you see Izzy. So I gave them to put some ointment on their ears, and that seemed to be doing pretty good. You want to say hello? Hi, Isabella. So you can see she's looking pretty good. Her ears look pretty good. Yeah. So so I'm like, okay, well, definitely this ointment is helping. In the meantime, Dolly really seemed fine. She didn't have the same loss of fur or the same ear issues going on. So I gave the mite treatment some time, and put the ointment on, and I just really wasn't sure that was going to be solving it. So when I got to Georgia, I managed to get Coco into a vet. I'm going to back up a little bit again because I noticed a little dry, patchy skin on myself, and I started taking some ointment for potentially ringworm on my skin. So this has been developing probably since Florida a month ago or so. And so, nobody, you don't know how you pick it up. It is contagious. So your cats can give it to humans can give it to cats. So there is a high contagious factor. Cats can, if you get one cat, more than likely the other cats have it. But anyway, went to the vet in Georgia, had her check the ears, told her about the ointment, talked about mites, so she checked the ears and said, this is similar to, I've seen so many pets this time of year. This year it's really bad. They've got allergies. And I'm like, I don't know about that, and so she gave me more of the Animax ointment to put on Coco's ears, and said it's fine to put it on the other ears too. And I just really have my doubts. I'm like, I just don't think it's allergies. It's allergies are not contagious, and I've got at least, one other cat that's showing similar signs. So, all right. So I left Georgia, went to Charleston, South Carolina, stayed there for about a week. And I'm like, the ears are okay, but I just don't feel really good about this diagnosis. And in the meantime, Dolly's ears started to look a little bit patchy too. So I'm like, I gotta get Coco in. She's just the raggedy looking, cat now. So I'd gone to a grocery store. There was a vet clinic, one of these, chain vet clinics, which I tend not to use, but I went in, talked to them, and they could see Coco on a Monday morning. And so brought her in, and they did a skin culture. So at least, now I've got some science to back up whatever's going on, and decided that there were two different types of bacteria. Gave me a pill that I've been giving her every morning, along with some eardrops, and continue the ointment. So I'm like, okay, at least I know what's going on. That, by the way, that vet bill was like $300. That was crazy. And so I'm like, okay, this is something that if it's going on with Coco, I can continue the ointment, continue monitoring the other cats. So, and in the meantime, also, I started to feel ill. So I had taken Coco in, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling too good. And Tuesday, I came here to Chester State Park in South Carolina, and really wasn't feeling very well, and took a COVID test, and it came back positive. So I've been dealing with lying around most of the last week trying to feel better. And so it's been rainy, haven't put the catio up, but I've been taking them out for little walks on their leash. Saturday, she's snoring. I'm walking Miss Dolly. You see her snoring, she's all nice and happy. So I'm walking Dolly and petting her, and there's loose fur in the back right here, and it's like it all came off. All of this whole round patch. I mean, it is a big size patch of fur that came off. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, and I looked at it, and it's got like a red ring around it, and I'm like, okay, I'm Googling this. This has gotta be ringworm. It's gotta be ringworm. And so, of course, this happens on Saturday. I can't get into a vet on Saturday. And so this morning, I'm headed to North Carolina tomorrow. So this morning, I called some of the vets close to where I'm going to be. First vet said that we don't have any openings for new patients for a month. Second vet said, well, my computer's down. Let me get your information, and I'll give you a call back when I get the system back up. Maybe we can get her in tomorrow. And so in the meantime, I'm like, oh man, this is not good. I'm in this little town, Chester, South Carolina. There's not much happening here. I'm just going to see if the vet can squeeze us in. Maybe there's a cancellation. Maybe they're not that busy. I don't know. So I called the vet. It was probably 10:30, and they said, yeah, bring her in. Bring Dolly in. Can you get her here by 11? So, yeah, I got her there at 11, and kind of a weird experience anyway, but another, like, I don't know about this vet either, so this is kind of weird, but this seems so obvious, I mean, I can see it's ringworm. So anyway, she took a little sample of fur, looked at it under the microscope, confirmed that it was ringworm, gave me some pills. I've got to cut them into 4, give them to her every day for 2 months, and a bottle of iodine stuff. And she didn't really give me any more advice. And I said, look, I've got 2 other cats at home. Can you look to see if what's going on? They've been different diagnoses here, allergies to bacterial infections. Can you take a look at them, see if they also have ringworm? Because I had studied up. I know how contagious it is. So she said, okay, bring them in. So I took Dolly back to the RV. I got Coco, I got Isabella, and off we went to the vet, and she took samples. They don't have any big patches of fur missing like Dolly does. They really just have ear issues. So she took samples of both of the fur in their ear, and both positive for ringworm. So I've got the same treatment for them. And again, sent me home with the pills and the solution, and I've got to clean their ears, and But I didn't get any more information, so I've been relying on Google, because it's like this stuff is transmitted, you know, through bedding, through blankets, through almost anything you can think of. So everything I've read is like, you got to scrub your place. You got to keep the cats in one room. You got to scrub your entire house. You got to wash everything. So I've been at the laundromat today, and really some of the worst laundromats, the worst I've ever been at. Kind of scary 1970s horror movie type of laundromat setting. I mean, I'm telling you, it was scary. But I had to I had to get my laundry done, did all my bedding. I've did the rugs. I've not laid the rugs back down. I kept them in the Jeep, because it's like, you know, I don't think I don't want to do that. I threw out the scratch pad. I threw out all of their cat toys. I washed all the cat bedding. I'm tired out. And then I got down, scrubbed the floor, scrubbed, you know, got my bed all nicely made. Got bleach on one of my favorite shirts. Not happy, not happy. And have some more work to do. And it's like, you know, I can't do laundry every single day. So I don't know how this is going to work. I mean, hopefully it's an antifungal pill that they are taking. And hopefully that will do the trick. But yeah, so that's the thing. I guess I don't know what kind of advice I have. Just keep pestering the vets, because I mean, I've with Ginger, when I had Ginger and she had anemia. I mean, I had such a mixed bag of experiences with veterinarians there too. And again, the same thing here, with everything from an allergy to a bacterial infection, and it had to be something real obvious that Dolly finally, you know, showed up with, for this to get detected in all three of them. And so I'm pretty good. I'm working on my recovery from COVID. Was hoping to relax a little bit today. That did not happen, so it's been a very long day for me. Tomorrow morning I am headed to North Carolina. Sort of excited about that. It's going to be some rainy days, which is probably good. Catch up on my work, and I can rest. But there's some fabulous hiking. It's hundreds of waterfalls in that area, so I want to go hiking. I hope I get my energy back up. And I'm going to keep scrubbing this place down, gradually get the new cat toys and new cat scratch pads, and I've, you know, put disinfectant on the furniture. I've been cleaned this place up, and this is, you know, I know it's not fun, but if I were in a big house that's 1,800 square feet or a 2,000 square foot house, and I had 3 cats with ringworm, I'd have to clean every single room. So, you know, I keep reminding myself this RV is only 32 feet long, and it's, you know, not very wide. So, in a way, you know, I could clean up this whole place in one day. We'll finish it tomorrow. So, that's what's going on. I'll check back in with you later. But, yeah, you know, if you just don't feel like the cats are doing quite right, or the vet didn't answer your questions, take them to another vet. This has been a very, you know, this has been between all the vets. I mean, today was not bad, but you know, I'm over $500 again in a very short amount of time on vet bills. So it's like, whew, get that emergency savings back up. And the cats are very important to me, so it's not a question of whether they're going to get treatment or not. So anyway, so we'll cut out here with, yep, Dolly and her bald spot. That's what I'm going to call it, Dolly's bald spot. Hope you're doing well. You guys take care. Please subscribe. So long.